Can you lose weight by eating just sugar? I mean, that's kind of a crazy question, isn't it? I mean, what kind of lunatic would actually think that you can lose weight by eating sugar? I mean, if you would have told me anything similar to that 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have said that you must be smoking crack, because there's no way that's possible. And there's a bunch of new stuff out right now, and the cut to the chase, they call it a sugar fast. But here's what I know. So for the last few years, I've been weighing, measuring, tracking chicken and rice and egg whites, lots of protein powder, that kind of stuff. But weighing it, putting it in the app, doing the same thing over and over again, grilling my chicken the same way. I mean, if you're following me, you saw my chicken recipe. And it's a little bit boring. My wife thinks I'm crazy when I eat that kind of food all the time. And I would guess that there's a lot of people that just don't want to eat like that. But for me, there was a goal in mind, and so I just kept doing it, and I somewhat like the food. But it's easy to cheat on those kind of diets because it does get boring after a while. So and I'm one who is willing to take on something new and crazy. I did run a marathon at 255 pounds. Well, I started at 255 when I was 60. I mean, what kind of crazy person does that? But I like to change things up. And so for me, when I heard about the sugar fast, I was like, I don't know if that's going to work or not. And I'm not the normal person who's doing a sugar fast, probably. I mean, a lot of the people are younger and maybe more fit, maybe less fit. I don't know. But I started around 12 or 13% body fat. I started 10 days ago. And the premise is that you eat basically sugar. So sugar in the form of fruit, honey, maple syrup. I haven't put maple syrup in anything. And actually candy. Now, the thing that is the catalyst for making this work is that you really need to keep your fats super low. And so I'm an extremist. My wife will tell you that. So for me, I have basically not added any fat to any of my food consumption really in the last 10 days. So I'm going to prop this up on a mailbox. So for 10 days, I've been doing the sugar fast. And basically what I eat is a whole bunch of fruit. I can either put it in a smoothie or just eat it, throw some grapes in my mouth, oranges, bananas, that kind of thing. Dried fruits are okay. Lots of berries. So I'll smoothie them, whole food them, smoothie on top of whole foods. And then I went to Winco and bought some bulk candy there. They've got a pretty good bulk candy selection that's pretty reasonable. And we have some honey that comes from a local source that we like to support. And so I just started rolling with this. And I mean, I like gummy candies. So maybe gummy worms, but my favorite sugar is Dots. But the Dots I bought were kind of old, and so they're super chewy. But just got a bunch of orange slices and that kind of things. Orange slices as in the candy. And just started eating those. And so my the first couple days, I think I was eating a little too much candy. I wasn't really tracking it, wasn't weighing it or anything. So, but the scale didn't move that much. Started at around 224 last Saturday. So today is Monday. So I guess that's 9 days. And this morning I was 218.4, which is the lowest I've been in quite a while. And I actually feel really good. I've got a lot of energy. In fact, maybe too much energy. I'm not using really any stims, meaning like caffeine or anything. And I was wide awake at 2:15 this morning, so went to the gym at 2:15. Actually at 3 o'clock by the time I got everything ready and went. And just did fasted cardio. And I'm going to go do my lifting this afternoon. But yeah, I'm not sluggish like I have been on some of the other eating plans, and I just feel really good. And it feels good to hit a new lower weight. Teresa asked me how long I was going to do this, and I said, well, I don't know. I mean, there's people who've done it for a few months straight. I'll give you some different protocols, but I mean, I'll probably do it at least for a couple of weeks, and as long as I keep losing and continue to feel good, I'll just keep doing it. So again, it's basically mostly fruit. So start with fruit, and you can almost eat as much as you want because you won't want to eat that much. And then you can throw in some candy here and there. I think it's actually good to be hungry some of the time. So like, not like you're fasting as much as just be hungry occasionally. And yeah, so if you want to switch it up a little bit, if you don't want to be that extreme, a lot of the guys on YouTube, so you can just look up sugar fast, and you can look up Mark Smelly Bell or Chase Irons. Those are two guys that have been doing it for a while. They have multiple podcasts on and interviewing different people. So far, I mean, again, it's anecdotal, but I feel really good and down 6-ish pounds in 9 days. That feels pretty good for 62. I mean, if I did this when I was 25, I'd probably lost 16 pounds because I just lose weight way faster when you're younger. But I'd give it a try. The way you can kind of switch it up is do all of your fruit and sugar in the morning and at lunch, and then if you want to have your last meal by adding some starch, so like maybe some rice or sourdough bread. I've had a few pieces of sourdough toast as a last meal. I really haven't added basically any protein, like none. And honestly, I'm still super strong. I'm setting PRs for the app that I work through in each one of the lifts as we go. So that's a pretty good indicator that I'm not losing body mass, not losing muscle mass. My waist is definitely slimmer. I mean, people are commenting that I look more slim than I have in a long time. So that's good. But if you want to do, rather than a sugar fast, if you want to do a sugar diet, that would be like eating, and say until like 5 o'clock in the evening, just sugars and fruit. And then the last meal, have some starch and some protein, but make sure it's really clean. No fat. You want to keep that fat out as much as possible. They're saying keep it under 30. Again, I have no added fat to speak of. Like, I'm not putting anything that's got fat in it. So like if a piece of fruit has some fat in it, which I'm eating oranges, bananas, lots of berries, and then some dehydrated, so dried cherries, figs, that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a little bit of fat in them, but not much. And so I think that's where you're going to get the best and fastest results. But I try this out. You can message me. I'm happy to share all of the stuff that I'm doing. I'll share my journey a little bit as we get going along, and I'll also post at the end of this. I'll just clip in what I'm eating so you can see it. This is basically what I eat every day. So regular fruit, This is some dried fruit like cherries, pineapple, ginger, figs, and then a whole bunch of different candy.